Netflix,
where we combine our love of movies, our librarian sense of nostalgia,
and my lame jokes.
We'll be watching the first 30 minutes of a classically labeled chick flick and then talk about it.
Then we'll let you know if you should watch it or not.
Get ready to find your next lame love story.
Hey everyone, it's Miss Katrina.
I'm Miss Sam, and today we're going to be talking about Crazy Stupid Love.
You can find this movie on Netflix. So let's start from the beginning. There is an older couple out to dinner. She tells him that she wants a divorce, and he seems super shocked, which I feel like is a great way to start off.
Yeah, they were just having a normal conversation, and she's like, "Oh, what should we get for dessert?" And she's like, "Well, a divorce."
Yeah, that's
as you do.
That's how I'd break up with my boyfriend, honestly. I think it's really stings.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out if he wants a chocolate cake, and you just want a divorce.
She also then tells him that she's cheated on him, which that's some whipped cream on the top of the cake.
They're
right
driving
there.
in the car, and she just is babbling at this point, and just nonchalantly slides it in. He's kind of comatose in the passenger seat.
But he does, after that, just fall out of the car, which I'm not gonna lie, I felt like I've wanted to do that numerous times.
I mean, I connected on that.
Yeah, I totally got it.
The car was going slow, and he just rolled himself out to get away from her.
Sometimes you just need to escape in any way possible.
And he just rolled.
Just out. Then they get back to their house, and there's a babysitter there, and she accidentally knocks over a picture of them, and it breaks, which is kind of symbolic, right?
Yeah.
Their relationship's broken. But then she covers up the wife's face and is creepily touching the dad, which she's a teenager.
So she has a really unhealthy obsession with this man. Steve Carell.
Yeah, it's Steve Carell. It's not even Brad Pitt dad. It's Steve Carell dad. And he's a dad, let me tell you. He is 100% a dad. The babysitter then also walks in on the son, who's I think 13 or 14.
Yeah.
And he's very embarrassed because he's doing something very private. He apologizes to the babysitter and then admits to loving her.
Yep. And he's a little bit of a creep, a little 13-year-old creeper, obsessed with his babysitter.
Yeah. So they get home and the husband's just oh, thanks for watching our kids, we're getting divorced. And the son's excuse me? And if that isn't scarring to find out that's how your parents are getting divorced, they better pay for that kid's therapy. Because he's gonna be going a lot.
He needs therapy. This poor kid.
We switch to another two girls, so it's another, I guess, couple. And one of them is saying how she's weirdly obsessed with Conan O'Brien.
And she would have his babies.
Weird. Her friend is you're so boring, and then Ryan Gosling shows up. He kind of tries to pick her up, and she turns him down.
I guess because he seems like a player and a ladies' man.
It's Ryan Gosling.
I know it's Ryan Gosling, but to her, he wasn't Ryan Gosling.
I mean, he is super cheesy, and he does all these cheesy lines and stuff, so I kind of get it why she's no, but it's Ryan Gosling.
I know.
We're back to the divorced dad, and he's driving the babysitter home. We find out she's going to Stanford next year, which good for her. She says that he's the nicest dad that she's babysat for, and his wife's crazy for divorcing him.
And then he goes to the bar.
He does, and he gets hammered. He's super drunk. He tells strangers about his wife cheating on him, which I guess
and he kept on saying the guy's name.
Yeah, over and over, which is kind of really funny. The dad then goes to work, and his coworkers are being super nice to him.
His boss comes in and was trying to find out what's going on.
And he's oh, I'm getting divorced. He's oh, thank God, we thought you had cancer.
And the guy's nope, just a divorce.
And then he's walking out, and everyone in the office is applauding him. It could have been cancer, bud.
But it's just a divorce.
What? These people, I would have quit. Excuse me?
But it was kind of funny.
It was funny, but I'm sure not for him.
Not for him.
So then we see him move all his stuff out. He has a big truck, and the wife's all I'm having a midlife crisis, wah, wah, wah. I really didn't care. She was really terrible. I hate her.
Yeah. She's I went to see Twilight.
Yeah, I'd love to just to see Twilight.
Not the cheating on your husband.
Which, I understand. Sometimes you just need, to go in another room when you are with your significant other all the time. Not saying that I have to do this, but sometimes you just need like a little bit of escape, and that's fine. Go to the movies and watch Twilight. Don't cheat on your husband. He's back at the bar after this, which like you gotta do after you move out. He meets his friend who gets there and immediately chucks a glass of wine, which I thought was honestly super funny.
I mean, that's
He's like, I'll have the Chardonnay, and then he just chugs it. Then he tells him they can't be friends anymore.
Like basically breaks up with him and brings him a bottle of cologne to like soften the blow, because obviously in the divorce, when you're friends with two people, you have to choose a side. And
Miss Sam, if me and my boyfriend got divorced, whose side would you choose? You wouldn't choose my side?
Of course I would.
So yeah, he's at the bar, still getting hammered, and
still talking about the guy, and I can't remember his name, but he said it over and over
I
again.
don't remember either, but he kept saying it. And Ryan Gosling intervenes. He tells him that he needs to rediscover his manhood and to meet him at the mall.
And like just walks off with the girl.
And I mean, like, that's how all great stories start, right? Is at the mall.
Yeah.
So we then see a sad dad bringing his kids back to a sad divorced apartment. The babysitter shows up so he can take a class, but really he's going to meet Ryan Gosling at the mall. And he meets him there. He throws out his dad's shoes, aka the New Balances.
And slaps him across the face, like he just kept slapping him.
It was really funny. I was like, when he was like, are you in a fraternity? No, you can't wear these sneakers.
It was like the epitome of dad shoes, though, like the old school, like
white New Balance. My dad literally has those same exact shoes.
Throw them in the fountain, like just threw them over the
edge of the mall. So then he helps him get a new wardrobe. He takes him shopping and he gives him a haircut.
He pretty women's him.
Yeah, he does. But for Steve Carell, we find out that he met his wife in high school and it's kind of like the only girl he's ever kind of like been with. And Ryan Gosling's like, wait, really? And then shows him how to pick up girls at the bar, and we find out that he's really terrible at it.
It's embarrassing almost.
I mean, it's kind of like, I also understand where he's coming from. It's hard to pick people up, so, you know, sometimes you say weird things, whatever. Then we find out that Anna, who's the redheaded girl that Ryan Gosling tried to pick up and failed at, is about to take a bar exam, so she's in law school. Her boyfriend kind of toasts her, like, we're going to be back here celebrating when you pass. It'll be a special night. And she's like, oh no, is he going to propose to me? Like, kind of excited. And her friend's like, he sucks.
Yeah, her friend's like, this is just a terrible decision. You should not do it.
Which,
if
like,
he does.
I mean, he's nice. I don't understand what his problem is. The friend's just like, oh, he's not, I guess, Ryan Gosling, which, we're not all lucky to marry Ryan Gosling, girl. Like, calm down. But, like, I don't really get why they're very, like, about him.
I think the friend wants her to have more adventure. She kind of seems very straight-laced, Anna, and, like, doesn't go, like, that's what's expected of her. She's gone to law school. She's passing the bar.
But look at this guy. He got married and now he's getting divorced.
Well,
he did whatever. Okay, so that's our 30 minutes. That's it. That's all we get in the storyline.
It's a lot in 30 minutes.
I guess, but like I don't really know where anything's going. So I've never seen the movie.
I have, obviously.
So I'm gonna make a prediction. So I'm gonna say that like divorced dad kind of like changes his life up, becomes like hot, and he gets back with his wife, and then is like, I don't want this anymore. You're a terrible person. Ryan Gosling finally gets with the girl Anna, and she realizes that she loves him, but like she doesn't actually love her boring boyfriend, and breaks up with him. And then Ryan Gosling is like, I'm no longer a playboy. I'm gonna settle down with Anna, and we're gonna get married and live happily ever after. That's my prediction.
Okay.
Am I close?
Kind of.
Okay.
There's a little things here and there
that I clearly missed. Okay, so we're gonna tell you if you should or shouldn't watch it. Miss Sam, you go first.
I'm gonna say you should watch it because I do love this movie. I honestly haven't seen it in years, but like I remember what happens, and like watching the first 30 minutes, I did continue to watch it, and it's just as funny as I remember.
I'm gonna say yes too. I did not expect this movie to be as funny as it was, and like there were definitely scenes where I was like, oh my god, especially everyone clapping him getting a divorce. But I think so. I'm going to continue watching it. I didn't want to finish and then like ruin my prediction and have it influence me. So after this, I'm gonna go back to the teen room and continue to watch it and find out what happens. So yes, watch Crazy Stupid Love.
Hi Hi everyone, we're back, and we want to let you know for the last week we're going to be watching the ultimate classic, Legally Blonde.
This is the ultimate chick flick. Ultimate.